Hey y'all, got you with me out here in the old skinning shed, doing a little bit of trap repair work. One trap in particular is dupe number 4. Used it in a dirt hole set for coyote. Done a real nice set, or at least I thought. Went up the following morning to check my traps and seen this particular trap just laying on the ground and hadn't fired. Now, not always, but the majority of the time when a trap's disturbed like this, you'll either get a misfire or a catch. And this wasn't the case. Struck me kind of odd. So I went ahead and swapped it out for a new trap and brought it home. And began to realize this is the same trap that I had caught the big coyote in about 3 weeks ago. And I also realized that I had some dog damage. This is the dog right here. That little flat piece of metal is called a dog. It rides under your pan as a trigger. Now, if your dog is bent, I mean just the slightest, it'll either cause your pan to ride right or left, high or low, and in this case, it's real low. And that will cause that to either misfire or not fire at all. And those things right there are really something to bend. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's bent pretty good. It's riding off just a little bit. What I have to do, I'll have to set that trap off. Let's see if I can get a better shot of that. That dog is bent. It's bent just a little bit on the back side. It dips down right there. And them things are something to repair, I'm telling you. And they sure are something to bend. But that's why I tried to preach and preach and preach on checking your dogs or your traps for damage. Let's see what we got right there. See what we got right there. They're tough to straighten out now. See if that changed anything. Let me reset that and see if it changed anything. Yeah, I do believe I fixed it. Yeah. Now do you see how that pan's riding? Yeah, that's it. That's why I always stress when it comes to a catch, before you do a reset, always check everything about your traps, your tether, your dog. Let's see. Yeah, it looks a little better. It looks a little better. I believe it'll be all right. Check your dog. That's your dog. Your pan. Got these gloves on. I don't never touch my traps without gloves. That pan needs to be just a little bit loose, just a little more. Just a little more. You want it to fall on its own weight. Let's see what my tools are. Fall on its own weight. That's what you're after. Yeah, that'll work. A lot of times that wax does that too. And that's all fine and dandy. Yeah, there we go. That's what you want your pan to do. Fall on its own weight. Ready to go back in line, always check your swivels. And always check your quick links and make sure you tighten them all with a tool. Same old stuff that I go over with in Mountain Bushcrafters Alliance down the page. Let's do a reset and check this thing one more time. And it should be good to go. Should be. Good to go. Good to go. Put that baby back in line tomorrow. But always keep up with your repairs on your traps. And that's why I always keep 2 or 3 traps on hand for exchange. Keep them with me. But I found it kind of odd. There had to be a reason for that trap to be setting them on the ground, above ground, and not far. And like I said, there was some dog damage. Coyotes wreak havoc on these traps, I'm telling you. They wreak havoc. They chew on every possible thing around them, traps, the whole tether, everything. I've had cables chewed up. I was thinking, looking around, see if I had a cable to show you that it had chewed on, but I don't believe I do. But nevertheless, the trap's ready to go back in line. I've got some number 3s coming. I've got a few traps I've got to finish up. My old buddy Russell loaned me a few traps, and I'm going to get them cleaned up. Some number 2 dukes, some adjusting, see how tight that is. First thing you do to a trap like that is you adjust that pin. That's the first thing you do. Put a name tag on it, then you ball it. Then you wax it. It don't need dye. It's got plenty browned on it as it is. But anyway, that's my number 4. I got it lined out. There's got to be a reason for it to, for that it didn't fire, you know. Because anytime you disturb them traps most of the time, you either get a catch or a misfire. I have had them springs right here, right there, to scoop back in that frame. There's sight now. This is Roland Smith, Mountain Bushcrafters Alliance. Get out, enjoy nature, share everything you can with Mountain Bushcrafters Alliance. Support us, help us. Share, tell your buddies, tell your friends, tell your cousins, your neighbors, your wives, family, everybody. Tell everybody about Mountain Bushcrafters Alliance, what we're all about. Go farther, stay longer. Catch you out in the field.